Good morning. Welcome back to the Retirement Report. I'm Hank Parrott, your host. I've been helping with tax planning through the tax planning changes through the 4 stages of retirement. One of the areas that we get into with this is talking about Social Security, which we covered a little bit here just before the break, but understanding that not only do you have, we were talking about reduction of benefits, in other words, if you work in retirement, but another issue is going to be taxation of those benefits. So Social Security benefits, depending on how much money you make, can be taxable. Up to, in fact, 85% of your Social Security benefits can be taxed. All right, so finding out how that works, and this can be real critical when it comes into taking your income in retirement as to how much you pull from different sources to help control those taxes. For instance, if you have a Roth IRA and a traditional IRA and you have just regular savings, how to pull money from those different accounts to minimize taxes and therefore stretch out, of course, the amount of money you're going to have in retirement. All right, one of the things that I do with new clients is we go over a what we call a retirement analysis, okay, or retirement income analysis. And the purpose of it is to show you through a comprehensive financial plan what your financial future is going to look like based on things you're doing. So if you would come in my office, for instance, and you say, can I retire in a year or 2 years or 3 or 5, or I'm already retired and I just retired a year or 2 ago, or I've been retired for 10 years, whatever it is, you've got questions about making sure you don't run out of money in retirement, making sure that you're going to be able to continue to attain and maintain your standard living and quality of life no matter how long you live, and to take care of your loved ones as far as your financial goals go. That's what comprehensive planning is about. So what I'm going to do for the first 10 callers to my office this morning, the number is 615-376-5325. There it is on your screen. For the first 10 callers, a free retirement income analysis. That means a comprehensive financial plan. Now, this may take 2 or 3 visits to get this done for you. I'm willing to put in the time if you're willing to take your time to do something that's going to affect the rest of your life, a big impact for you, and again, can be worth tens, maybe even hundreds of thousands of dollars to you over your lifetime. So, first 10 callers, 615-376-5325. The things that I've been covering briefly here this morning, as well as stuff we talk about all the time on the show, we're going to get into with a comprehensive financial plan. We do an investment analysis, for instance, a stress test of your current portfolio, how you're currently investing. Let's face it, we've got a lot of volatility in the market. We know that we're in the longest bull market in history. All good things come to an end, as they say, right? It's only going to be a matter of time before we enter into another recession and another bear market. How is your portfolio going to hold up, and how is it going to impact your retirement, okay, or leading up to retirement, whether you're getting ready to retire or you're already in retirement, or you're thinking, in the next 5+ years. It's going to be a huge impact on you, especially the most critical times are the first 5 years before retirement and the first 5 years in retirement. A bear market at that time can be devastating to your retirement plan. So again, understanding, we can show you through an analysis. I basically pull Morningstar reports for you, and I'll show you in depth what's in your portfolio and how it will behave, how it will perform in the next bear market, what you can expect, and then show you some strategies that can help you reduce that volatility and reduce your risk, and make sure again that you're able to maintain your income without having to worry about those losses, or at least reduce when we reduce volatility. If you're in market, you're going to have typically about 1 in 4 years are going to be negative years. But those 3 years, if we can reduce that negative year down considerably, cut it in half or better to how much that negative is, and recover much faster. Typical bear market take 5 to 7 years to recover. In fact, you had 2000, 2009, it was a negative decade. Okay, so you can, but with good asset allocation modeling, with good strategies, you can weather that. You can, in fact, recover in much less time, 2 or 3 years, as opposed to 5 to 7 years. So all of that is a part of the income analysis, and we get into things about Social Security and tax planning and estate planning. We talk about Medicare. We talk about all the different factors, all the complexities that you get into when it comes to retiring and the decisions you're going to have to make, all part of this analysis. So again, first 10 callers, 615-376-5325. Tess is standing by. She'll get your information. She'll send you out a checklist of things to bring to your appointment with me. And when you come in to see me, I'll give you a free copy of my book, 7 Steps to Financial Freedom in Retirement, and we cover a lot of those planning things there. All right, this morning I was talking about Medicare and taxes is going to be the next piece we're going to cover. Okay, and on this one, Medicare is also affected by income in retirement. All right, so who knew? Okay, so in addition to if you're earning money, if you're working in retirement, especially in your early years, then you're going to be potentially, if you take Social Security and work, then I just mentioned about the impact your earnings can have on reducing your Social Security benefits. In addition to that, those benefits can become taxable based on how much money you make. Up to 85% of them can be taxed. Now, in addition to that, right, so that's not enough. Now you have Medicare. So at age 65, you're signing up for Medicare, and we have something that's, get this slide up if we can. So on watching out for the Medicare and the IRMA cliff. Now, IRMA basically is an acronym, and it stands for Income Related Monthly Adjustment Amount. And what it means is the more you make, the more you pay for your Medicare Part B and D premiums. So when it comes to Medicare, Part A, hospitalization, you don't have to pay any premium, but there are deductibles and copays. Part B, that is your outpatient. You have a premium of $135 a month, plus you still have deductibles and copay. And then you have Part D, which is your prescriptions, and again, you'll have a premium with that, $35, $40, and again, deductibles and copay. If you make $267,000 as your modified adjusted gross income, then you're looking at a higher tax on, a higher, not just tax, but a higher premium on your Medicare benefits. What it amounts to basically is the more money you make, all right, so if you're making for a single person, if you make under $85,000, and for a married, if you make $170,000, then there's your cost for your Medicare Part B premium, $135.50 a month. Now, if you make more than that, so for single, that means $85,000 to $100,000, $107,000, then your premium is going to go up to $189.60. And again, it continues as your income goes up. For married couple, 170, you can see on the chart there, to 214. And then if you go over that, then it goes up to 270. So it can go as high as, for high income earners, as high as $460 a month for your Part B premium. So this is one of those areas again, and it affects Part D as well. Your premiums for your prescription coverage would go up as well. So as you can see there, from $35 or $40, that could be up over $100 a month for your deductible, for your premiums there. So what does this mean? Again, you're looking at 1 year and the total changes, and this is when you're looking at total charges in 1 year of $2,500, depending on how much, how much this could add up to. And again, this is another area where you're looking at thousands and tens of thousands, actually, of dollars easily that you could be paying. But here's the other part, all right? When it comes to planning for this, when you might say, well, I don't make that kind of money. I'm not going to have to worry about those kind of things, right? Or it's going to be, I'm going to make this amount, that's my pension, or it's a combination of other rental incomes or other things that could affect, what your premium's going to be. Keeping in mind, even capital gains. So you could sell a house, right? Or you could prune through sell some stocks in a portfolio and have capital gains, and these could have at least a 1 year impact then on what you're going to pay on your premiums for Part B and Part D, plus taxation of Social Security. All of these things come together. So when you're thinking, I'm going to have a 15% capital gains tax, you may not be considering the effect that it's going to have on all these other costs and how that's going to impact it as well. Now, where this can come in at goes into tax planning in retirement again, right? These different choices that you're going to be making, let's say in selling, capital gains, harvesting from a portfolio as an example. Well, how much we might sell in a given year could be the difference in paying 20% or more on taxes or paying zero tax, all by how you do the planning, all by how you execute a sale of stocks, for instance. So one of the areas here we're going to talk about a little bit more is how now you can reduce that down. I'll share some strategies with you, and this goes into how tax planning, again, through these different stages of retirements can be so critical, because it can, in fact, by just being smart in how we execute, can mean a tremendous difference for us in how much money we get to hold on to. So I'll share some strategies, but first a quick break. Join me here. We'll be right back on the Retirement Report.